Hey everyone, welcome back to the Raising Rices YouTube channel. We are so excited. We are in a 10-day camping adventure from southeast Idaho to southwest Colorado, and today we have the opportunity to go check out Four Corners. We've never been before. This will be a first. Our kids are really excited to put their two hands in two different states and 2 feet in two different states. So let's go check it out. Here we are right at the monument of Four Corners. Did you know it costs $8 a person to get in, but 6 and under are free? So our 3 youngest were free. Yay! Also, if you come in the beginning of May, there will be no one there. It was very minimal traffic inside of Four Corners, which made it nice. We got to take as many pictures as we wanted, walk around to check out the different booths, and kind of had free range. We did come in the middle of the day, which usually people don't if it is not in the beginning of May because it's so hot. Next, we're going to try out some fry bread. Navajo fry bread. We got one sweet, one savory to check it out. We really enjoyed the sweet. The savory was all right. The fry bread is delicious, but the toppings are just average. Just word of warning, we were $7 each for those things. Our littlest one real liked the sweet as well, as you could imagine. We got cinnamon and honey for that treat. Next, we're gonna take a hike. We are gonna head up Dancing Horse Trail. There is a sign to advise you to watch out for rattlesnakes, scorpions, coyotes, all the things. But the only wild animal we saw, quote unquote, was horses. How cool is that? There are a ton of free range horses in the different Native American reservations. We specifically drove from Colorado, so we believe we saw the Ute Reservation wild horses. Super beautiful, kind of an uphill hike, but short enough that it was enjoyable and manageable, even with kids, without our backpack for our littlest one. From the top view, you can see all 4 states: Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. As we were walking up, we came up with a joke saying, where could you park in Arizona, hike in Colorado, take pictures in Utah, and eat Navajo bread in New Mexico all within an hour? Well, and the answer is the Four Corners. It was really fun, a very exciting day. And as you'll see in a second, we decided to do one more stop at a national monument called Hovenweep, and totally would definitely pair these again, because doing Four Corners by itself is a little uneventful as far as a whole day activity. Check out these horses, you guys. Seriously, they were everywhere, especially on the drive from Four Corners to Hovenweep National Monument. We arrived and checked out the visitor center. It wasn't open, but they had different information around the visitor center. We finally got that backpack, and it was so needed for this next hike. We're gonna do a 2-mile loop around the rim of Hovenweep and see a lot of the different structures of the Pueblo Native people. Now, the beginning of this trail to get to the actual rim trail is paved, which is nice. So if you have wheelchair and you want to come check out this first location here, the Stronghold House, definitely make your way down. If you want to do the rim trail, which is the loop trail, you will not be able to bring a wheelchair or stroller. There are little signs all throughout the hike, which is nice, pointing out different features to see. This is rattlesnake country, and since we were there like at 2 p.m., Darren, my husband, gave the kids a warning that the rattlesnakes most likely won't be in the middle of the path, but they might be on the side. So it was a great learning lesson to watch for them. Also, usually my husband leads the trail, but we are teaching and encouraging our older boys to learn how to lead on a trail safely. And one of the things he wanted to make sure to point out was if you're stepping down, to make sure to look down before you step, because sometimes the rattlesnakes can also be there. All right, so many beautiful views. Got to see some different ways that the native Pueblo people lived on the side of cliffs. We are hitting up Mesa Verde, so there will be more of these cliff dwellings. But this was a great start. It was free, it was short, it was low trafficked, and it was just a wonderful start to our Mesa Verde National Park trip. In addition to conversation about safety and hiking, we also had a great conversation with the kids about what was happening while these Native nations were developing these types of housing, as well as what was happening in Europe at the same time. Oh, check out the lizards. My kids were obsessed with the lizards. I think they found like 30 on this hike. So back to what I was saying, there was things going on at the same time period over in Europe about building huge cathedrals and architecture. And so it begs the question and allows us for great conversation while we are walking. I wonder what was different. And if you didn't have the resources that maybe they had over in Europe, and you were faced with finding a way to build a home for you and your family, food in this desolate area, and becoming resourceful, what would you do? And so it was a great conversation. I think it's important to create application points when we are visiting these different monuments to try to bring it back to their life so that they can connect with what they are seeing. They can feel it, they can sense it, they can recall it for later in history lessons. Well, we made it back to the visitor center, and driving home, more horses, my favorite part. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're not going to want to miss out on the next couple days.